Good morning. This is Shantae with Brown Sugar Talks for Sunday edition. It's always like I like to bring the peace on Sundays. So I think my worst experience today I'm gonna talk about meditation, but I think my worst experience was when somebody I always say this, like when one woman was like, why do you meditate? Is it because are you talking to God or the devil? And it's like, first off, you got the wrong idea. And if those are the questions that are in your mind, it's a problem. Like you are now your own problem. It has nothing to do with me in this situation. None of that has anything to do with me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like people will put you into their mess, into their ideas of the mess. And it's hard. I'm going to say as a human being, like, I'm not going to say it depends on where you come from. It's not where you come from because sometimes you just have a low tolerance for bullshit. And so when you say that, like if you think of yogis or people who meditate and eat and vegans and all this different stuff, people always think they're so peaceful. They care so much about the world. And then they triumph. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, what if I do this and say that and do this? And then if they snap back at you, then it's like, oh my God, they are not who they say they are. And the whole time this woman was like trying to get me to become a Christian. And I was like, no. She called me one day and said, repeat after me and something. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. Like, I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where your heart goes. Like, if we really talking about who talking to God and the devil, why would you be upset if I'm not repeating what you say? You see what I'm saying? You a human being. So let's talk about God and the devil. Like I had a very strong understanding of that when I was growing up for myself. And the idea of Jesus. Some people even get upset if you say, well, I talk to God. Like you got to have a middleman. Like you just too bold. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, man, you didn't just talk too highly of yourself to pray to God. You got to pray to Jesus and then he'll tell God. It's like, well, what if Jesus don't get the message right? You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you at the job, like, say for instance you at the store. I had an issue at the store and the woman just kept saying she was right. I'm like, no, you incorrect. Like, that's not what happens. Like, I come here all the time with these things, with these vouchers. So, I'm telling her that she incorrect. And, it happened once before, and I did ask for a manager. So this time it happened. I said, well, let me speak to the manager. You see what I'm saying? Like, why would I say, let me speak to the assistant manager? And then he could tell the manager. Or you go tell the manager and then, I want to speak directly to the manager. Like, that always perplexed me. If you don't have to have a middleman, why we got to have a middleman? And so, that was my thing. It's like, I don't know, what, is he translate? You know what I'm saying? Is Jesus a huge translator or something? Like, does he, what is it? And so people get upset because of the doctrine they were taught. And so meditation is not about God or the devil. It's just really about being a human being. It's about slowing yourself down as a human being. Even though I have support today, because my list, I'll be cussed out everybody. But what I'm telling you is, it's like, for me, it's just support. For me not to be like, okay, at this point, I don't want to listen to you. It's like, yeah, I just shut it off. And it take a while to get to that point, to get to the point of just shutting your brain off. I went through a lot of trauma too, and sometimes my brain would stop and it would hurt because it was a traumatic experience was happening in front of me, and I didn't know how to respond to it. I couldn't. It slowed down everything. So when I started to actually recognize what was going on, I was like, oh my God, is this a problem? And it does, it ends up being a problem because, it creates black lesions in your brain, and your memory will start to deteriorate. Your brain will start to deteriorate in some spaces because something has happened to it. And you guys can actually look this up. You can look at a traumatic brain and a healthy brain, and you'll see the difference in what's going on. So some people actually are just completely freaking brilliant, and then they go through trauma, and it's like, God, it's like, some of that stuff is gone. Sometimes, yesterday I had to check and see if I had ADHD. I had to get something out the freezer, and I put things in the freezer, certain things in the freezer, because I don't want to keep washing dishes over again. So I put it in the freezer. So then I go to the freezer to get it, but then the freezer was dirty. So then I was like, I cleaned the freezer. After I cleaned the freezer, I forgot why I was in the freezer in the first place. So I was like, oh my God. So then I had to I play games and stuff to really work on my brain. I still do math, but that's because I want to. So I actually do things for my brain. I actually do things. And the best thing I could do for my brain after going through trauma is to meditate. And I meditate, first off, so that I'm not angry all the time, so that I'm at a place of peace, so that my mind is not consistently thinking about anything that I've gone through, so that if I do have a trigger, I'm able to sort of try to understand it and control it. Let me tell you something about learning. Sometimes, say for instance, you in the class and you what? You really trying to learn what they telling you. I'm talking about you trying. You really trying. Have y'all ever tried to learn it? And it still just ain't getting through. You just man. But then you go to sleep and you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes, yes, that's the artist hour. That's the learning hour. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Out of your sleep. And you okay, I got it now. That's how I did this yoga pose. I think it's the crane. It's just one day out of my sleep, I woke up, I was like, oh, that's how it makes sense. So then I was able to do it. So even with that, meditation gives you a chance to settle your brain. It's all the sediment, all the shakiness, all that shit that's going on. It actually gives you a chance to actually slow down. Okay, I'm gonna go to somebody else's list in a minute, because I know really sometimes I'm not as organized as I think I am. So that's what's happening. It's I actually get to slow my brain down, because y'all gotta think about it. I think a mile a minute. I think about all the inventions that I've gotten in my head, stuff I could be making, tinkering with, or whatever. I do take time off from tinkering sometimes, and it feels great. It's not I feel bad about it, but it's I like to tinker. Sometimes it helps me come up with better ideas. Sometimes I'll check a tinker out and it'll break, and it's oh my God, I gotta tinker with, I could change it like this. So then I might not get the idea from Pinterest. I might not get the idea from looking at what I'm looking at. I usually get the ideas from looking at something different. And always keep that in mind. That's your business mind. When you think of things differently, it'll help you solve problems. When you look at different things, it helps you solve different problems. So it won't always be the same problem given to you. What I'm saying is it won't be the same solution. Your solution starts to become different. And somebody be like, oh, okay, that was a good idea. It's not all laid out for us. And I don't know. So anyway, meditation also brings me to that point too, where I'm just okay, yeah, that's it. I figured it out. Not to say that all my inventions work out, because they really don't sometimes. And not to say that they all in depth anymore, because they not. But I do a lot of it. I just try to meditate. Sometimes I end up taking a nap, because now I actually go lay down because I get tired. And sometimes I don't want to lay down outside. The house is too cold. So sometimes I want to be outside. I want to lay down on a flat, hard surface. But yeah, it's that's what it is. It's just you clearing your head. It's just settling your thoughts. And I'm telling you, for the most part, I don't think about anything. I know I don't. When I first started meditating, I used to sit down and I would try to meditate with Deepak Chopra and Oprah. And I was just like, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get it. I'm going to do this. I ain't do nothing. It just wasn't my type of meditation. So when I got to the point of really meditating, it was like I started noticing I would have to be in a comfortable position. Maybe I was in a yoga position. Maybe it was after yoga. Maybe it was just like the times that my room was quiet and I was able to sit still. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big and like I already told y'all this, I'm not a big ka and la person that like the chants and stuff. Some people like chants because they like to hear their body. I know why they like it. They like, it's a vibration that your body give off when you say those things. That's a humming in your throat. If you really go through those chants, you will notice it's your voice. You know what I'm saying? It's your voice. It's you that's vibrating you. And so I think that's why people feel good about the chants or whatever that they do. But meditation, I feel like, is a totally necessary thing because some of y'all have an issue with focusing on yourself. And that's something that meditation helped me do too. It helped me focus on myself, on my internal self. Like, how does my brain feel? So now I'm actually able to ask myself those questions and I'm able to answer it. How does my brain feel? What does my brain feel like when I truly release? You see what I'm saying? How do I release? When am I in my window of tolerance? When am I out of my window of tolerance? You see, it's so many different ways for you to check yourself, sort of. And I use it to check myself. I don't go too crazy, but I go crazy. I do. Like I said, sometimes I can't get it out of me. So I hit something, I bang something, I scream. I do all these different things. And that's what it feel like. It feel like I got it out of me. Like I screamed it out, like it just like came out of my body. Like I threw it up. But man, the meditation again, it's like, okay, sit still for a minute. Listen to this bitch. And now sit still for a minute. But yeah, because Tobin the one who did the song about Erykah Badu, I forgot his name. Toben Higwe, I think that's how it goes. Such a beautiful man, such a beautiful family, such a beautiful group of people. So anyway, he did a song called, he just presented a song called "If You Put Them Hands on Me," like don't try Jesus, don't try me, because I'm gonna put them hands on you. And that's the truth, because you really be, I be going through stuff with Christian people. It's just like they always want to be controlling. They always want to be over something. No, but baby, this not the church. No, baby, this not church. Nope. This is not church. This is not church. So yeah, it's just, man, I go through a lot of stuff with them because they expect me not to say anything. It's almost like since the beginning of my journey, 13, 14 years old, that's been my whole plight. It's just against Christian people. And I don't have nothing against them. They can praise the Lord however they want to. But they have a lot of questions for me, or they feel like I'm supposed to be on their journey or whatever it is they going through. And everybody not supposed to. I'm not asking you to come over here and meditate with me. I didn't ask you to. All I do is present a show. You can either listen or not, and that's it. I don't. I'm not big into trying to control people and make them do what I want them to do. I'm not doing that. That's a lot of. First off, it take a lot of. What is it? A lot of energy to do stuff like that. It takes a lot of energy. And that's why I feel like sometimes, ain't y'all tired? When you that ignorant, aren't you tired? It's just like the ignorance does not cease. Are you not tired of being ignorant? And, it just be questions I have. But what I do is, again, I take a moment to get peace for myself. So, yeah, it's that when he said, I feel it in my soul. Try Jesus. Don't try me. Try Jesus, But yeah, it be some real stuff because they liars. And that's all they do. That's all they know how to do. And I remember one guy told me, he said, Christianity is not about being perfect. It's about just getting to the point where you don't commit as many sins as you used to. Let me tell you something. That don't even sound right. That don't sound right to me at all. If you're a good person, you're a good person. Why would you hide behind the Bible and a church and being Christian and all this different stuff? If you're a good person, you're a good person, period. You ain't got to do none of that stuff. You can be an atheist, an antagonist. That's a villain. I don't know what the other one is. It's atheist, agnostic. I don't know. I have not done my research before this podcast. But you can be all these different things, and if you're a good person, you're a good person. It just don't matter. It don't matter what you believe. It really don't. If the religion has not taken you over, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what it's actually doing. It's like it's actually making you guys into devils that you don't know that you have become. You have actually become devils. When you start asking people questions about themselves that it hasn't actually countered your culture. Like, so for instance, the lady, I never did anything to her. I volunteered at her store. Her daughter was mean to my child. You know what I'm saying? I never did anything to this woman. It was so many things. I never did anything to her. Never. Not one thing did I do to her. The girl who was in the school and she was telling me that I was sleeping with everybody, or I couldn't be a lesbian and an atheist. She was telling me all this stuff. I never did anything to her. I never did anything to anybody on the campus. I never, not one time, hurt a person. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like, why you questioning me, but you the one that's causing the most harm with your ideology. You see what I'm saying? So you will shun me for something that you don't really care about or you don't know about. You will actually exclude me from a group because of that. And I'm the one that's not giving you any problems. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you actually are the person that's causing the issues. Nobody else is causing the issue, is you. So that's the one thing I have to start to look at too, is like how people themselves create themselves as angels, and the whole time they are the actual devils and the deceitful people that we have before us. And not to say I'm not criticizing, I'm just saying really think about that. Again, critical thinking. We need to really critically think about what we do. So, in the essence of the prayer and meditation, the prayer and the meditation, in the essence of the prayer and the meditation, that's what happens. It's like you actually, and I'm not gonna say praying and meditating is the same thing. It's really not. So praying, I always say prayer is meditation too, just because some people, they, like I said, they not drawn to meditation. They drawn to tell God their words and all these different things. But for me, I meditate. Like, I clear my head. It's not about asking God for anything. It's not about asking my body for anything. It's just about becoming centered in who I am. It's becoming centered in my ideology and calming myself down. And I did not know that the world was this messed up. I'm serious. I did not know. Yes, I did. I knew it. When I saw it, I believed it. Y'all understand? When I saw it, I believed it. Since college, when I saw it, I believed it. I did. I was shocked, but I believed it. I believe you. I believe you. So, anyway, I am looking now at this little list I got. Let me see. So, why do we meditate? So, 5 benefits of meditation. If you let me go there. Okay. I don't think it's gonna let me go there. Is it gonna let me go there? Okay. Anyway, let me find another source. So anyway, yeah, it's like I just I am yeah, it's just creating my own course. And I like that they put meditation in school because and this is a better so this is a better source because it's from the Mayo Clinic. So understanding meditation, benefits of meditation. So meditation, gaining a new perspective on stressful situations. That is true. It is true. It is true. It's true. It's true. When you're in a lot of stress, for real, I actually get there. Like, I actually get to a point of like, just peace. Like, peace. Like, I'm not trying to be right here with you. I'm at peace, love. I'm at peace. It's like, because life is not that hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Life is not as hard as we think it is. It's not that hard. Life is not that hard. And I think on my journey, what I've noticed is like a lot of people will try to put you in they bullshit, and it's like, I ain't there. I'm not there with you. I'm not there with you. No, I'm not there. And so you have to realize that, because life is not. I know people say it's hard. It's really not. It's people that make it messed up. They mess it up for you. When people are actually overly agitated about stuff. I remember I used to get so upset about my bills. Like, I did not want to be like my mama and not pay my bills and stuff and be behind all the time and begging people for money and all this different stuff. So, and breaking relationships and all that stuff. She would actually end relationships with people because she couldn't pay the money back. Or she'll think that she could pay the money back and she couldn't. She even messed up her relationship with me over money. And so I just never did want to be her. I always wanted to pay the bills on time. I always wanted to be. So that was a big stress for me. So I used to actually just like scream about it. Like if I couldn't pay the bill on time. And then I learned that I could call the people and actually make a payment arrangement or tell them I'm going to pay some days later or whatever, or pay on this day. The bill would have to be due on like say if it's the bill due on the 16th. I pay and I don't get paid until the 17th. I would actually be straight up upset. When I first got my first apartment, I would be upset. And then I called one day and I said, well, I can't pay until, and she said, oh no, you got 10 days out before this is counted late and this, that, and the other. And I was like, oh, so now I'm learning, And I was like, 24, 25? Because when I stayed off campus, I just paid my bills. Like I had like I said, I had refund money, so I just do it that way. So it wasn't a big deal for me, like as far as like keeping my pile on, all that different stuff. And I don't know, it was something about that. I really did learn a lot about just like trying to be on time with everything, building skills to manage your stress. So, like I said, sometimes like some things bother me. Well, now bills don't bother me at all because I learned like they happen. And so I don't have to get as stressed out about situations like that anymore. Building skills to manage your stress. So what it is like just actually elevating your skill set to manage your stress. It's elevating your skill set to manage your stress. So when you are in a stressful situation, again, it gives your mind a chance to settle. So now it's clear. Now your path is clear. Now your ideas are clear. Now you're not in anger, because sometimes in anger you make the wrong decisions. And some people try to mess you up whether you made that decision too quick. Well, you already know. If you already planned it out, if you already been in that situation, then it's a decision that you want to make. Whether it's good or bad, it's like that's the decision you want. So then why take your time with it? You already know that's what you want. If you take your time with it, you'll start going back and forth and redoing it and rethinking and all this different stuff. I lost the science fair like that. It had already won. I could have won regional. I changed it. And I messed up some data. And I didn't check it. You see what I'm saying? So in my life, I learned how to check stuff just because I lost a huge science fair because of that. So what I'm saying is like, it's just It's just helping you build a new skill set. So now everything is clear. Increasing self-awareness. Like I said, for real, for real. And if you do this with yoga, what? Do you know how much body confidence you will have? It's like, it is one of the most beautiful things. Like, it's so sensual. I know it was Jessica Lee. She did this thing called the body poem. And I loved it. And that helped me actually. I know she probably like, what? And she probably, I mean, for real, because she's such a gracious and humble being. But also, she's very aware of herself. You know, she's very aware of her confidence, Jessica Lee. So anyway, I remember watching her, and then she became famous all of a sudden. It was like, what? This girl is like, you know. So anyway, anytime she replied to me, I think she like a superstar. But anyway, she did this thing called the body poem, and it helped me because it was like all she had to write a poem about all the parts of her body that she wrote something beautiful about each part of her body, and then she made a video about it, and it was really good. I mean, that actually just opened my eyes to like, oh my God, I could love my body the way that it is, which I never really had problems with it. It's like but other people, my body was uncomfortable to them because they always thought, you should be a stripper, you should do this, you should do. No, I shouldn't. I should be a woman with that writes books or plays or whatever. You see what I'm saying? I should be what I want to be. So yeah, it's increasing self-awareness, but doing it, like I said, like it's like touching your fingers and rubbing your skin and touching your face. Don't touch your face off. Make sure your hands clean. You know, touching your neck, your clavicle, your thighs, your butt, your titties, all that stuff. Touch it. It's yours. And it's a beautiful thing. Your penis, you know, your balls, grip your ass, whatever you got to do. It is such a beautiful thing. And because that's something that we always want to feel like it's taboo. Our bodies are such taboo. Look at those girls on Instagram with their clothes off. They so comfortable with themselves. Look at that confidence. Oh my God. Take it off. It's like, whatever. That don't mean she a hoe. You know. It just means she confident about her body. She just sees the world differently. That's all. So that's the whole thing. It's like, yeah, why? You know, let people be confident with who they are. And I'm able to do that. And I don't want to dress like that on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I want to do. That's what they want to do. And they look cute. I'm not going, why would I be mad at them because they on Instagram looking cute? What's the problem? You know, maybe I can learn from them. To me, they look like goddesses and goddesses. God, queens, you know, they look good to me. And so it's like, why would I shame that? Why would I put that down? Why would I take that away from somebody? If they feel good about themselves, why am I now converting that into negative energy just because I don't do that? That's just my preference, you know. Even when I lost weight, it wasn't something I was trying to rush out and do. Just go out and be naked. But when I got home and I was wearing clothes and short skirts and stuff, like, everybody here thought I was naked. In Illinois, they were just like, oh my God, look at a skirt, look at a shirt, look at this and that. And one time I think my skirt was up and I didn't know it was up. I had no clue it was up. The guy didn't even tell me. He just said, he just went and just was mean about it, you know. And so you just like it. That's the other thing. It's like the negativity, all that stuff. That'll stop. Meditation, you got to meditate. Some of that negative stuff, it'll stop. Because now, once you start meditating, that negativity that you're giving out to the world, it actually starts to be inside of you. You know, I remember going through all the stuff, like before the nervous breakdown, all that negativity, it was inside of me. You know, I heard other people's voices saying it to me, but it was still inside of me. I had to sit down and think about that. You see? So any negative things or negative thoughts I gave out, yeah, it was like the reflection of somebody else that saw me. So I thought I was dumb. I thought I was stupid. I wasn't a good mother. I thought I was a whore. I thought I was fat. I thought I was lazy. I thought I was ugly. All these different things. And it was because somebody else had already put that inside of me. That's what somebody else tried to bless me with. So you have to go back and rethink all those things too. So again, meditation is going to help you focus on your self-awareness. So focusing on the present, the moment that is here. The moment that is here. When you do that, you won't have mom guilt. You won't have mom guilt. It's so serious. Oh my God, mom guilt. You won't think about the time that the baby fell out the bed, and you know what I'm saying? Like, he 10, y'all. He 10. He fell out the bed. I called the doctor right away. You know, one time I remember the strap in the car or something like that. Oh my God, it's great. So listen, it's a lot of stuff we go through. Stuff happened. You know, it wasn't other people that hurt him. It was like he was with me and he got hurt. So those things, mom guilt, it'll get you. It'll get you. If you think of the present moment and me not thinking about the past, because he okay today, right? But thinking about the past, oh my God, you know, thinking about the future, oh my God, you know, he got to drive one day and he going to go out on dates and he got to be out of my sight and all this different stuff. And so it's like, but to focus now, to think about the present with how cute he is and his little feet and his little toes and the little badass words that come out of his mouth. And like all the little kisses and hugs he give me. And then when he don't want to give me the kiss and hug. When he actually got an attitude problem. You know, it's all those different things. I love it all. So it's like, yes, it puts you in the present moment, in the present thoughts. And it could be anything that puts you back there. But sometimes living in the past, it already happened. Thinking about the present, it might not happen. You see? So that's the thing. Reducing negative emotions. It really does help you do that. And I'm not playing. Once you start to get through all those things, it actually, like I just said, it's like a balance. It's just like, it gets you back to being out of the negative. You know, you come to a Zen moment. And I see why they call it Zen, because it's so cathartic. It's almost like they gave you a, now I've only done these things once in my life. Let me tell y'all, one time, every time. So I've had a Valium. I had a Valium when I lost my first baby, and I couldn't rest. I fell asleep so quick. It was just like, oh my God. And then I had morphine after I had my baby. You know, after I had my son. I clicked this button, and the morphine just dripped into my body. I just fall the fuck asleep. In the middle of talking, I just fell the fuck asleep. That's how meditation feels. That's how it feels for me. It feels like I have actually been on morphine or something. Like I had a Valium. I'm not joking. It actually just like, And sometimes, even in the middle of a conversation, that's what I get. It don't have nothing to do with the conversation. It got everything to do with, I have to now avoid this bullshit. Because my mind is just like, no more trauma. Baby, no more trauma for you, baby. No more. No more. We're not going through this no more. My mind is an old Jewish woman telling me, no more babushka, no more. Okay? Okay, so increase imagination and creativity. Again, like I said, like when I meditate, I'm able to tinker more and like go through ideas and stuff like that. And I actually hold on to them. Like I can keep them in my memory. You know, I used to forget sometimes. Like I go to write. When I first started writing, I would be like, oh, that's a good idea. And then I'd be like, nope, I'm going to remember it because my memory is so good. Because it is. One of my teachers in school, she'll tell you I had a good memory. So I'd be like, oh, yeah, my memory is so good. And I sit down and write, and I forget everything I just want to fucking write. But now I got to the point where I remember. Yeah, I just remember sometimes. I remember it. So it increases imagination, creativity. It does, you know. Increasing patience and tolerance. That's the best part. Because that's why I wanted to wait to have a kid. Because I didn't want to be like upset all the time with my kid. I want to be patient with my child. I didn't want to be young with a child and beating on them all the time and mad at them, upset about everything they do. And now that I have a sense of understanding about people in the world, it's easier for me. Like when he breaks stuff, and I know everything in here is temporary. He could get mad one day and throw all this shit out the door. I don't know. But shit, you know, not that that's what he gonna do, but sometimes he get mad. And so, just like me, he gonna throw stuff. I know exactly where he at in that moment. He can't release it. So, what I'm saying is like, what can I do about that? He spills milk. He spills juice everywhere. He has broken tablets and computers and peed on my computer. Oh my God, he has peed on my computer. Broke the keyboard. Did not tell me. He mad about it. I'm sorry. But he think it's not anything for me to be upset about. I didn't get upset with him. So what I'm saying is like, he don't like me talking about him like that. I shouldn't be doing it. That is not a good thing. Do not do this, parents. See, because he upset. I'll be mad too.
Yeah.
You would. I'll be mad too.
I have to listen to you talking about stuff.
I know I'm doing the show though.
I know.
Okay, so meditation and illness. So meditation can help you with anxiety, which we have here, anxiety, asthma, cancer, chronic pain, depression, heart disease, high blood pressure, irritable bowel syndrome, sleep problems, tensions, and headaches. I heard it too. Here's on my phone. You can call your phone. So, that's another reason to meditate. Types of meditation: guided meditation. It's like where you visualize and things like that. Mantra meditation, where you say stuff. Mindfulness, it's like, again, you sitting there quiet and you just becoming aware of who you are. Qigong, Qigong, that's what it's called. Qigong. It's a traditional Chinese like meditation or something like that. Tai Chi. Man, my son had me try Tai Chi. I was sore for 3 days.
Yes.
Remember we did Tai Chi? Oh my God, that stuff is really something else. It is really, I guess because it's doing things like your body just hasn't been used to. Oh, I love Tai Chi. We did that when you were like, what, 8? Transcendental meditation. It's a simple natural technique. It's silently repeating. Yoga is a meditation. So elements of meditation: focus attention, relaxing the breath, a quiet setting, a comfortable position, an open attitude. And that's all I'm telling you. And sometimes it's not going to be like the best, like for real. Sometimes it's not going to always be positive. It's not going to always result in you like, oh my God, skippity doo dah. No, sometimes it's going to be the ugliest shit you never, like you're like, oh my God, like what was I thinking today? Like who is inside of me? But just keep going, it'll happen. Like it'll happen to the point where it just becomes like a zen situation for you. And it says everyday ways to practice meditation. So you can breathe deeply. Like you can do, if you breathe in and out like 10 times, like you can even do it 5 to 10 times, you actually relax. And once you start doing meditation, you'll notice it too. You breathe in and breathe out.
You never do that at all.
I actually do. I do. It's some, not when I'm in the middle of an anxiety attack though, but yeah. No, but I do.
You really do need to get into it.
Yeah, I know. He's like, you gotta really start doing it. Scan your body. It helps you like feel where your body is, tension, all this different stuff. It helps you know your body. Repeat a mantra. Even if you say, bless me, God, help him, Jesus, help me. Y'all know I meditate when I talk about Jamie. I had to put him in here. Jamie Foxx, that is. Jamie Foxx. So anyway, I told you. Anyway, so yeah, it's like, yeah, I always do. I try to, the mantra can be a prayer to God. Walk and meditate. When you walk, I take a slow walk sometimes. Like sometimes I don't always try to speed myself through my walk. Sometimes I do. I take a slow walk. Engage in prayer. I do that a lot. I, read and reflect. Like writing poems and different things like that. Focus your love and gratitude. I used to have a boyfriend. I used to ask him, what was the best part of your day?
And he would, Dad.
No, it was not. That was like the Hispanic man. So he would get upset with me about asking him that. But I used to be like, it just made me feel so good when I come to the best part of my day. Like when I'm in the middle of the best part of my day and I know that's the best part of my day, it just used to make me feel so good and encouraged. Like, because I like learning. And I think I did this when I was in the middle of my teaching stuff. I might have been able to stop at Starbucks and get me a drink, or I could have got like French fries that were just perfect from McDonald's, or like I could have had like a good conversation that was opening. Maybe I learned something new about kids or whatever, or reading or something like that, or how to apply this or whatever. Maybe I really got what orthographic versus phonographic was. It was just like little things like that. Or maybe I had a good workout and I wasn't too sore afterwards or whatever, So yeah, it's like I used to always like just think about what's the best part of my day. Maybe I got some good ass ice cream or tried a brand new soda. I remember the guys too at Central Market, they used to call me back to the fruit part. Oh my God, y'all, it'd be so nice. They'd be like, come back here, try this. Oh, woo. I be trying all that fruit like lychee and this cherry and moya and all that stuff. I was like, oh my God, this is so good. And they be talking to me in their little language and teaching me the language and stuff, and I just be eating it up. Like, you know, because sometimes I get Portuguese mixed up with Spanish, with Guatemalan Spanish, because like his Mexican Spanish and Guatemalan Spanish, like sometimes it can mean two different things. You want to learn Spanish? I think we should.
No, Hispanic.
Hispanic is just like a culture, boy.
Yeah, I want to learn that.
That's Spanish.
I know.
You do learn Hispanic. I cook and everything like that. Anyway,
Do you make tacos?
No, I don't make tacos.
Burritos?
I don't make burritos.
Why?
I make quesadillas. But yeah. So it's like we just yeah. So anyway, what I'm saying is like just I don't even know where I was at, what I was talking about. You just messed my thought up. What was I talking about?
You was at speaking.
Oh yeah, like trying different fruits and vegetables and stuff. And so yeah, I just used to love that. So that used to be like the best part of my day. That would be the best part of my day. It's just like having something new and learning something and being happy in that moment or whatever. And he got upset about it because I was like, what was the best part of your day? What's the best part of your day? What's the best? You know, he's just like, don't ask me that. And so I just put it in my journal. I just started drawing about it. So anyway, like, that's it. I just, that's it for me. You know, I don't know. I think today I'll do something about it too. But, yeah. I think I should start using it to, like, push my drawing to another point. But anyway, yeah, that's it for today. Just meditation. I think I've already done the show on meditation, or maybe I did it on yoga. But, yeah, I think just for real, it's about you. It's not about anybody else. It's about you. And even though people are horrible and awful and stuff, that's what it's for, to get over their bullshit. It's not really, it's for you to get over their bullshit. It's not really about them or anything else or whatever. You know, it really is just like, let me relax, because these people are fucking crazy. And it's a lot of people in Illinois, like, it's a concentrated area of dummies. And so, yeah, it's just, how do you react to that? If you a forward-moving person and they kind of stuck behind, you're just like, okay, what do I do? That's all you can do is meditate. What else can I tell you? That's about it. Yeah, that's just to conclude it all. So you don't beat your kids to you
don't have to be.
I just wanted him to say something.
Okay, so like when you're in like stress or mostly a lot of stress, you'll want to kill somebody, and the closest people to you have to be your kid. So
no, I don't. I don't have to do that. So anyway, he's saying like, you'll have to hurt your kids to get your stress out. You don't have to hurt your kids to get your stress. Some people do. Some people actually do. Some people actually take it out on whoever's around them when they really stressed out, and that's not something that you want to do. Meditation will help you with that too. And you got to be honest to yourself about it too. Like, will I hurt other people around me if I'm this stressed out? Some of you will. So you have to really think about that and really open yourself up to being honest with what you do and how you do it. You know, everything won't be perfect. It's not something where it's like perfection or whatever. It's just, like, how do I get this anger out? How do I find peace in this moment? How do I get to a point where I'm not wanting to burst into flames or whatever? So that's what a lot of it is. But anyway, like I said, it's when you find that moment and it's about you. It's not about, don't have the myths like, or you got to sit and do all the stuff. It's so many different types of meditation, and that's what you can do. You can meditate and move. You don't have to be in one spot. It's just in a place of peace. In a place of peace, that's what it is for you. You know, and it could be anywhere. It could even be in a room of chaos. Shut your brain off. And you don't want to hear it no more. No more.
Yeah.
No more. I put a video on my thing too. It was this man, his family come and ask questions. As soon as they say something, he just like he knock himself out. I'm like, dude, I know what you're saying. I know that. I know it. So yeah. Anyway, y'all have like a perfect day. Okay? Have a perfect. Yeah, my son said have a good day. Have a good day. Yeah. Shantae, Brown Sugar Talk, Under Black Unicorns, talking that mess today. That's what my son said. I gotta hear you talking all this mess. But anyway, have a good day. Have a good day, please.